Welcome everybody. What's going on, Ram fam? Welcome back to Black Ram GX Gaming. We're here with live, running it up in Madden 23 again. Continuing our push through on our road to the top 1%. We're getting closer each and every day. Morning, no pain, no game. Morning, Michael Payne. How are you doing? Doing pretty well. It's been a pretty good day. Just excited to get back in here and continue the grind. I did do 2 games earlier today, both against the Dolphins, which was surprising that people picked them, but then I did realize they have the fastest running back, Raheem Mostert, the fastest receiver, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle was also extremely fast. And I was like, it looks like a low overall team, but it's actually pretty stellar, and the defense isn't too bad. Lost the first one, won the second one. It was an interesting encounter. I almost wish I was streaming for that one. It was one of those where I was beating the guy by 3 scores, and he started chirping, talking all kinds of crap. And I don't talk much crap anymore, but it's something I used to do a lot, and I'm pretty good at it. So I had fun chirping with him. If anyone ever wants to see those, maybe we can make a TikTok out of it. Might be pretty fun. So if that's something people want to see, let me know in the comments over on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else, and let's make it happen. But anyway, we're gonna jump right into it here. If you are watching for the first time, friendly reminder: help us out. Drop that follow, drop the like, comment, share. Subscribe, throw some stars at us. All those little clicks, all of them, they're fast. Thank you, Mr. Harris. How are you doing? Good to see you yet this week. How have you been? How's 28? I haven't seen you since your birthday. I thought you got lost. You had get some recovery time in after that? Or how did your birthday go? By the time I told you happy birthday, it seemed like you were already having fun. You were in the deep. But yes, every little click, even though it takes you a second to click those buttons, helps out a lot. We average a lot more people in here than actually take the time to click those likes, even after the stream is no longer live. So please help us out. A simple like is harmless, but it goes a long way. Thank you. If you're over there on YouTube, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys every single day. Drop a like, subscribe, and comment while you're over there. Let's get to it. I did get lost. Been recovering since Monday. Well, how did your birthday go? What'd you guys do? Do you remember it all? I guess I should say. So that says I'm in the top 3.2%. I did crack, and this says 3.1. Oh, this guy did lose. Okay. So this guy was the one on the right there, Crazy LU, who was talking all kinds of crap to me. And he was on a 2-game losing streak when he lost to me. Started chirping. I told him he was going to lose again, and I guess he did. And he must have quit after that. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good conversation. I enjoyed it. It was funny. I mean, you guys watch it and people chirp at me in these games sometimes. I almost never chirp back. Couldn't help it. You want to see that shit talk? Alright. I'll show it a little bit later. I'll keep you guys interested. We'll bring it up later. Remind me in about an hour and a half. Halfway through the stream, I'll show it off. Or tell you what, here's what I'll do. If we get to 10 likes, I'll show it off. I'll make it happen. How's that? Jessica Hatter, thank you for the like. We're already halfway there. We'll make it a fun little challenge. We get to 10 likes, I'll show off the back and forth shit talk that this guy was sending me earlier today when I was beating him by 3 touchdowns. All I could think is, What are you doing talking this shit, man? You are losing. It was good. I won't talk much trash if I lost. Like, if someone starts talking trash to me after they beat me, which, like, what's the point? You won already. I won't say much. I don't have much of a leg to stand on, but when you're the winner, it's just fun. Alright, let's go. William, it was good. Was a good bank holiday weekend. Oh, got very messy. Played some Kingdoms of Amalur. Remastered. Oh, you're currently playing that. Are you already done with Saints Row? Oh, whoops. Missed him. We've got kind of wonky frame rates again. I'm getting 90 frames and I'm getting 50 frames. I mean, as long as it stays over 60 half the time and it's not dropping too low, that's all right. If it starts getting bad, I'll get my fix going. Now I'm still playing that too, just taking that slow as you want to enjoy it. Yeah, that's fair. If I get a game I really enjoy like that, then I know what you mean. I do like every side thing before I do the story. I saw a friend play a little bit of that Kingdoms of Amalur before, and it looked pretty good. Amalur. Am I saying that right? So did you play it when it originally came out, back on the PS3? I think it was also on the 360, right? I didn't even know there was a remastered version. Okay. So he's doing run, pass currently. All outside runs. Oh, that guy got sent. They're gonna be so happy you got it remastered, just don't want to play it until they release the DLC on remastered. Oh, they didn't release the full game right away? An old game? From like technically 2 or 3 generations of consoles ago? Kind of weird to think about. Yeah, he's perfectly breaking through that line. Alright. Series 1. If they're able to beat your base defense, look at what they're doing, learn, get better, stop it. So if I can manage to stop the outside runs twice, so far he's run, for the most part, to the left. Damn, their whole team's faster than me. Everyone was right there. Yeah, THQ bought it to remaster and made a DLC to lead into a sequel. Oh, shit. That's interesting. So there wasn't DLC before on the original?
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken
inside runs don't feel like they ever work anymore. They used to work. Like a chime. Not so much anymore. Who's he playing? Zoe's Edmonds, huh?
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the
Do I have the right playbook? Okay, I do. I noticed earlier today, and it's happened several times, where when I first get on, the playbook is wrong. It's not my playbook. It's not the team's standard playbook. It's just a random one that somehow I got. So when I was playing earlier today, I had some playbook with like Wildcats and all kinds of stuff, which the Chargers don't have. I'm using the Bucs offensive playbook. They definitely don't have. No one's doing a Wildcat with Tom Brady.
That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
That's interesting.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the
So who owned it before,
first
William?
and 10.
If THQ just bought it recently.
Herbert off of play action. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And between the last
Well, it's not a bad idea. If you got a company who's not doing anything with an IP and you see the potential. EA. EA should sell everything. They should sell Madden, too.
So here's a
Honestly, if EA could just be bought out by Xbox, that'd be great.
Eckler now between the tackles. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is good.
Okay.
Finds his receiver, Williams.
Yeah, he wasn't going to cover my man, so easy peas.
From 13 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Hopkins for the extra point. And we are tied.
Amazon's buying EA. They're more than capable of doing it, right? If there's anyone in the United States that easily has the money to buy EA, Amazon. You would see ads in like all their games. Like, okay, Madden, trying to be realistic, has ads for like Snickers and stuff all the time.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
So he's still doing the outside runs to the left. He switches it to the left every time so far. The worst game company will soon be owned by the world's worst company. That's true. But it can't get worse, right? Amazon occasionally puts out good shows.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Singletary again. And he'll scratch out.
The Lord of the Rings looks like it might be good. I love The Boys. I don't know if there's much else that they have that I really watch. I don't really get on Amazon Prime very much.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
They own Twitch, and that seems to do decent. Oh, flag, can't do that. Illegal man downfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40.
I knew it. May as well be a referee.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
How's Dawson Knox catching any and everything?
Chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
All right, well, back to him running left.
37 on 3rd down.
All right, I'm going to start calling pure runs left.
Chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they will only
shut him down. This is exactly what the guy was doing to me
Ladies and gentlemen,
earlier as the Dolphins, the one who started talking all that shit.
yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there.
He was able to make good pass plays too, so I was kind of surprised that he just ran left.
Singletary trying the left side.
Oh, fuck me.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two.
But who would want to buy shit EA? I think you could. Anyone would want to buy EA for their titles, for what they own. EA owns a lot of big names, so they own the rights to NFL games. The only one who can make simulation NFL games. They own NHL hockey. They own Star Wars. They own fucking Star Wars. That's kind of a thing. So for that reason alone, people would want EA. If you think you could do it better and make a lot more money. Like, think about Disney buying Marvel. Right? Marvel was doing okay on its own, but it wasn't doing great. And they were even willing to buy the rights to, what, Spider-Man.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Allen taking it himself. And no signal.
Even though they super lose that deal because they were able to make a shit ton of money off them. So
He kept it himself at second down.
I can see somebody buying EA, even though it's not a great company. I would just say they're obviously going to tear EA apart and rebuild it. Increase the standards. Hey, Levant, thank you very much for the like. Cheers. Michael, the TV show Lucifer, had an ad in the show for the release of Supergirl. That's funny. I noticed at the beginning of The Boys Season 3, one of the main characters, Butcher, is on Amazon looking to buy Connect 4. I was like, oh, that's not a plug. Still need a Prime account to play EA games. I mean, the value would then be even better. Although they'd probably charge you $200 a year then instead. Well, they own rights to some Star Wars games. Disney branched out though. Square Enix is making Star Wars games too. Are they really? I thought EA had like the exclusive rights till like 2026.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice.
There might be some language in that contract that allows Square Enix to make some games. Does EA have some of the COD games? No, that's all Activision, which was bought by Xbox, and now Xbox owns COD. So the theory is, they said, oh, you know, we're not going to take it off PlayStation. But they said that about a lot of things that they meant not right now. So COD might, in a couple of years, let's say, be exclusively on Xbox and on Game Pass every year. Which, honestly, I'm surprised, because I don't know if there's many other... Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the time again. Classic. Many independent, large publishers like that that aren't owned by a console right now. Bethesda, Activision were pretty big. Bungie was pretty big. They're all going for multi-billion-dollar deals. I can't remember what the Bethesda one was worth. It was astounding.
Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here.
Oh, come on.
Force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is gonna score.
He had such a good lead, but because it was a bullet pass, all the guy had to do was get in between. I needed more of a floater on that.
But that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play.
Not a good start.
Is the kind of play where you can
EA bought the Battlefront franchise, also has the BioWare franchise, plus Squadrons. Square Enix is making a massive open world game. Oh, I think I heard about that. I heard someone saying about a massive open world game being made. So do you know, is it like an MMO, or is it like a Harry Potter one where it's a huge open world single player story based game, or?
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger
I just saw a snippet about that, pretty much as you've told me.
just out here a moment ago.
Is that a massive open world one was being made?
Can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
That's horse shit.
It's intercepted.
My guy was in front. I can't tell you how many times this game is bullshit. That ball would have had to go
First possession of the
through my guy's body.
interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your
My receiver's hands were just
running out onto the field. A real
completely off.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing
2 inches out of his reach.
days.
Singletary to get the drive started. Oh, he's got some breathing. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 160 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And they take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point
Not been
by
announced
Benson.
yet, but knowing Square Enix, it'll be Final Fantasy 14, but in a Star Wars setting. I was gonna say, I wonder if it's just gonna be like,
Out is
what was the last one? FF15? Final Fantasy 15, I believe it was. Which was pretty big, pretty open world.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
So I was kind of thinking the same thing, where it was gonna be very similar to that, but more Star Warsy.
5-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
To be fair, as much as EA sucks, I'm glad the new Skate will be free to play. Oh, will it?
Make a bit of a 180. They are
Nice.
sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lead.
Hey, you can't complain about that.
We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
Yeah, I made a couple mistakes there.
X, Y, and Z. And see
All right, we gotta force him as the mic to make a decision.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Play action. It's Herbert.
I've missed 2 passes and both were intercepted. One 100% should have. Okay, that shouldn't have broken up either. Didn't get to the ball till after it should have already been caught. Ah, that's alright.
Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. And he does it quickly.
And that's why it's okay.
Taking it with an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it.
Alright. I need to start shutting this shit down. I haven't stopped him on offense once yet. He's got these super annoying outside runs. I need to figure out what these outside runs are because one of the games earlier today, I started to be able to shut it down because it became super predictable and the guy wasn't making any adjustments or anything, which is what my biggest fear was. This guy's making some adjustments, just left or right, which is making it hard to stop it. But I can't do these outside runs. Well, this playbook I have doesn't really have many. It's got really good passes.
After the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10 to about the 23.
I think I'm just gonna do some regular nickel for now and see how that goes. I got some extra speed because I got 2 safeties, but putting Derwin James up as a linebacker. I just need to force a pick 6, and I'm right back in it. Like, should be much better now.
They'll go option to the short side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Oh yeah, everything shot straight back up. Perfect. I don't know, it's being funky today and yesterday.
He lets his legs carry him for a big time 1st down, but I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold, and finally the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield. You're right.
Lord of the Rings series starts tomorrow? Finally. Been waiting on that for a while. They've been advertising it so much I just started disregarding it.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll get it out a couple yards short.
You think it's going to be good? Or do you think Amazon's going to screw it up?
Rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
16 for almost 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. See, I've played a couple people who's the Bills and can run it like no other.
On the handoff, it's Singletary.
And it's like not a running team. Singletary's not that good of a rusher. Their blockers, I would say, are not that good of run blockers. Otherwise, why wouldn't they run all last year? They had the #1 defense, but they passed 80% of the time.
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. A solid stiff arm.
Bosa strip. I was trying so hard to strip him. All right, well I guess we've got to do that. Burn the clock. Yeah, he's playing really smart. He got the lead. They've added Beetlejuice to Prime? Just put it on that? Really? It was on something else before. I'm trying to think. I watched it like only 6 months ago or so on a stream or something. Maybe a little longer than that. Maybe within the last year sometime. Which I hadn't watched it in years. Like, I didn't realize it was like baby Alec Baldwin. Until I watched it. I recognized his face right away, but it didn't look like it. Hopefully it's good, as they've got all his source material, etc. They've got all his work to work from. I did see... Bezos apparently is a huge Lord of the Rings fan and really wanted Amazon to do justice to it. So he's super high on it. Doesn't mean it's going to be done right, you know. Wow, perfect. Perfect small little lane for him to run through. I can't believe that. God, these guys who are able to rush with the Bills have been unstoppable. If you can rush with the Bills, I have not been able to stop those people. They have beaten me pretty handily every time so far.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Might have been Prime, or I just realized it's on there. Okay. It might have been, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched it. I'm trying to remember, maybe even as far back as Halloween of last year. October sometime.
Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
We're throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flushed out.
Oh, God. Should have been a high pass.
Interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Oh, that's that.
He is going to score. It's a pick 6.
On to the next one. We only have so much time. No need to waste another 5 minutes in here. It's over. GG's, good sir. God, I need to definitely figure out how to stop outside runs. Let's see here. Unexpected error. Meaning he backed out. What defense this is. 4-3 even 6-1 on the Bucks. I feel like so many tutorials people do are the Bucks. They're just picking the best team in the game. By default, do they have the best playbooks? Okay. Cheers for losing.
We are about 10 miles or so so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi
Englewood.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Oh, God. I was in the wrong playbook. Damn it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's
Not defense I wanted, but it worked out.
right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Alright, I'm hoping against this guy, my defense will finally work. Let's see if he just does outside runs the whole time. Apparently that's how you beat this defense. Outside runs, outside runs, outside runs. It didn't work when I was going against Micah Parsons.
It's still open for the coordinator.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Every time I play the Cowboys and people with this defense, there's no kind of run I can do.
Here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Hogwarts is the 8th of February? Oh, well, hell yeah.
Jones. And this time not as successful.
I'm pretty excited for that. I have seen a lot more gameplay of that coming out, so I figured they have to be getting closer. Saw like a developer story.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the close fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Developer story of the common rooms for all 4. It was pretty cool. Oh, can't do that.
Whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Rodgers gonna go on fourth down.
Oh, come on.
And it's Tunyon.
All they had to do was block a guy for 2 seconds.
They wind up with a gain of 11 there.
And they're letting the tight end do
11
this?
yards on the pickup, and it'll be a
Who's covering the
Green
tight
Bay
ends?
first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go back to the ground with Jones, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, falling like a lawn chair. On third down, here's Jones, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Tight end every time in his clutch situations. Come on! Come on! God damn it! That's so annoying. I'm telling you exactly what he's gonna do. I'm putting people right in front of him. My best guy I put on that.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Up the middle, Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks.
long as I pinch the linebackers, the run doesn't seem to work too well. There we go, finally. Whew. And he has only thrown to one person the whole game. 85.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing.
I don't know, is he only doing high passes?
Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. We're scoreless after one.
I'm gonna have to start trying to do some outside runs because apparently it works for everybody else. Not many though. Not many to pick from. They're literally RPOs, so you get what you get. Pressed A once, but it picked a play for me.
Only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, he's a man.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man for him. He's got him.
That was close. That was close.
And they'll get it up just short.
Our play as the Jaguars today? No,
17 yards for the Chargers there as they got
not by choice.
first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd.
Look, I'm getting pissed off. I'm not winning enough as is
Their tight end trying to find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
to start picking the worst teams. But thank you for come on Chargers.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef.
I'm gonna have to put a
they could let
limitation
tackler through, but that's exactly
on there.
what happened.
Subscribers
A
can
loss
pick
resulted.
these 10 teams.
So a step
Or you can give
forward
this amount of
direction.
stars to
They'll
pick
look
my
make
team.
amends on 2nd and 14.
Do layers. The worse the team you want to pick.
He's airing it out for Williams.
What?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Williams was leading by like 6-7 yards.
Ball at the 23-yard line.
That was the
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field.
the
and
easy play to make.
bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal
What the
situation,
fuck?
too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field,
Is all I have to say.
there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
An inside give to Jones. And nothing doing.
That's irritating as hell. Some of these interceptions I've thrown today where my guy's 100% in front, and there's no way in all of Hades could anyone else behind him catch the ball first, and it's happened at least once today. I had a guy leading by 6 yards just now, deep pass at bomb, touch pass,
To throw is Rodgers.
and gets picked off by a guy who has fucking springs in his shoes. What is this garbage? What is this garbage? Doing the absolute right things. There's no possible way these interceptions could happen, and yet they're happening. Is so irritating.
Now Rodgers. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one.
Funny thing is, I might pay for it one day.
4th down.
I might be forced to accept then.
This one's going to get about to nothing. They've got to start
If you want to watch me rage the entire time,
drives with points.
O'Donnell
then it's worth your money.
as he gets this one away. On the return, Carter.
What up?
Great return there. Pounded and weaving his way for 31 yards.
Nope, we don't say that around
And
here.
it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's not appropriate.
And
Which
we'll
one?
see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In
They're both.
particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball. He's got a man complete.
Where's your glass?
And he's brought down here just
just gonna-
outside of the 20. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
And it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that can spark a big burst right here.
Bye.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Touchdown, Chargers.
There we go. That's how you stay in balance.
21 yards away. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
So is that V on its way? V for victory?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Or I can't do the other thing I was thinking of. If you know, you know. Cheers.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again to Jones. And that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got
Are
his
you
receiver. That's
fucking
Sammy Watkins.
kidding me?
And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards.
What?
And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our
Sammy
game as we
Watkins?
approach halftime.
That guy has never had a good quarter of a season.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return
You tell me he's gonna make plays like that? That's not possible for a man like that. Sorry, Sammy, if you're watching, but you're dog shit. You can't do that.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go.
I'd like to see you do better. Dude, I have been putting time in the books.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
I've been doing a lot to get better.
Remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Does it always translate? No.
Herbert now. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
I mean, sure. Did I just march down the field in 54 seconds and score?
Late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out
Easily.
to the 25.
But not without
the Packer offense ready
feeling
to
the
get
heat.
their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for
This
a
guy's
few
pro.
as the clock will run. Now
This guy's
it's
not as good as the
time
last
to
one.
perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout.
And all he's doing is outside runs too. Apparently outside runs are the new meta. Like, is the meta changing every week in this game?
The last play here of this first half.
It's insane.
From the 27, Rodgers. And it's out. He put it on the carpet and picked up by the Chargers. And some space here. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown. The last play.
I'm amazed that made it.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. One of my only outside run plays I have. Cheers.
The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways.
He's by himself. Keenan Allen, 30.
I guess it's only fair if he did it to me that I do it to him.
Touchdown, Allen. And Charles, when you talk about Keenan Allen, you're not necessarily even talking about that crazy top-end speed, but he does a great job there with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start.
All of tonight's highlights might be in this game alone.
Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
You like to see me do better than
Offense
Sammy.
ready to get their next drive underway.
Sammy with a Y.
They'll try and get the running game.
I know you don't know.
That's to about the 20.
I'm just picking on you.
Second down.
Um,
The last run got 3. Now
We'll do
here's
better.
2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this throw will be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a
got a new highlight every minute and a half.
second half. I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing.
This is like a revenge game from how angry I was from the last loss.
Haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there
Got very upset about that Bills loss.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Just want to know when to expect it. You can expect it in 8 weeks. If it makes it through your customs.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive.
As I understand it,
We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here? Maybe
the customs in Australia are some of the strictest in the world.
destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
I heard a story about just foreign soil
Who the better team has been in this one? And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it.
being on stuff that came over there and they ship it right back. Well, that's not playing the ball.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive.
Brazil is also super strict. Apparently, if in your forms you write on it with black, red ink, or any other thing but blue ink, they reject it. I was told by one of our shipping experts.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that
Knowing all of his plays before he makes them is super useful.
He's made some questionable decisions out there.
And he quit. Alright, today I'm 2-2, 1-1 on stream here. Very upset that he's 25-12. Jeez, that guy's 2-0. To get 2-0, I need, or 2-1, 2 wins to every 1 loss. To get that back, I'm gonna need 6 wins straight. Man, remember when up to like 25 wins or something like that, I was 3-0? I started to meet my match. I don't like meeting my match. What flavor did you get me? Extra spicy. If you hear, so should be fine. It depends. Like I said, if you put any dirt in that package. Eric heard he doesn't want to play the Chargers. I feel that. I'm really not a big fan of same team on same team. Atlanta Falcons. I'll be amazed if he plays this one. It's happening now.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Hey, he's kicking it off with his kicker. Guess what this guy's name is if you don't know the sport too well. His name is Young Ho Koo. That's right. Younghoe. Young Ho is his first name. Isn't that the greatest first name?
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. A loss of a yard, and it brings up...
Loss of a yard? I crossed the fucking line.
Pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Let me guess, I lost 10 yards right there.
The first before he's brought down at the
Man has not ceased to surprise me yet.
dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved.
Oh, I have a legitimate halfback stretch here?
Feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And all the way in for a
Number 1.
touchdown. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many
We already got
times
4
we've
clips for
seen
tonight's
this
highlight reel.
matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them, and we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are
Which
the better
is,
team.
like,
Let's go out and prove it right now.
4 is good, 5 is tight.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
So I'm going to have to do my night of Madden 5 and a 5.5.
Passing now, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
This isn't my defense. I literally looked at the playbooks before we... Oh my god, that's so annoying. Whose defense is this?
Falcons and Mariota at their own set.
Why is man so glitched it can't keep the playbook that you picked?
They'll get this into the hands of Bullard. And way up past the 35 before
That's
he's
really
taken
frustrating.
down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
Now that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right
Guess you
there.
gotta use what you got.
Big Sebastian Joseph
What
Day
caused
on the
that?
stop.
What triggers it
At the end there,
to fail?
quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And that's caught inside the
Wow,
5.
double covered.
And he's
Caught it.
gonna have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. First and 10, it's Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. this man. It's London. Touchdown Falcons.
I broke right through the line instantly and hit that man in the knees while he was throwing the ball. God, I hate it when people just do instant deep passes and get away with it. It shouldn't work like that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Kayla, thank you for that like. Cheers.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This one's much better than the first one.
Another drive here. Pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Herbert off of play action.
Of course he dropped it.
Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert, that's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt?
My hands are so sweaty. So you know I'm competitive.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Shreds it with his
Oh, if I made that, he'd have had another clip on our hands.
gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the
Michael, I wonder how much or how long the average. Oh, that's a miss. The average shipping length of time is to get from the U.S. to Australia.
A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
That can't be right. First thing said 7 to 10 days, but you know how I know that's not right? Because you can't even get things in the U.S. in 7 to 10 days.
Took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Takes bare minimum.
Strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field. And you're
If you wanted to get something from China pre-pandemic,
old expression we love to use, time to matriculate the ball down the field. And
it
try
was
to do it again.
2 to 3 weeks.
He's going to get this one across.
Tyler, what's going on, my man? Thank you very much for the
Going
like.
for 16 yards to start the drive.
Hey, while you're in here, I'd show you the defense I was talking about, but Madden randomly switched my playbook.
Leverage game here. Offensive
Let me ask you something, buddy. Has that ever happened to you? You go to a competitive game. I checked before this game started, made sure my playbook was my playbook,
Now a nice throw here, right
and then I get in the game and it's a completely different playbook. It's happened to me multiple times. It's not the original playbook of the team I'm using. It's not a Chargers playbook. It's not the playbook I have preset. It's just something completely different. Earlier today, I had a playbook with Wildcat offenses, and I was looking for like team names in the plays, and I couldn't find any. I'm like, I don't even know who this is. How it's even possible? But it keeps happening to me. Does that happen to you ever?
This one left side caught by Patterson, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, it's Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with it there. The 40. Past the 20.
How'd you like that play? How'd you like that play? I'll just tell you right now, I liked it. You never had the issue with playbook switching, but every time I pick my team, I automatically ingrain into their playbooks and have to switch them.
So as a coach, you look at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
That makes sense.
And this is going to be called. It's good. That extends their lead by 2.
I've had that issue. Actually, hey, Tyler, when you get a chance, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Look at my main page, Black Ram, GX Gaming, here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, doesn't matter where. The very last short reel, TikTok, whatever you call it based on what platform you're on, look at that one. It is a hilarious glitch of Madden absolutely shafting me in the ass. So, Mike Williams goes, catches it on the sideline. He's untouched. He's standing on the ground for a little bit. He gets up. He goes out of bounds, standing. Whistles blown while standing, out of bounds. Also, hell yeah, number one, another win. And there's 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock keeps ticking, but I'm not looking at the clock because he stood up and walked out of bounds. And I was super pissed. At first, I'm like, oh, that's funny that I lost and not paying attention to the time. And then I watched it back, and I'm like, no, the game fucked me. Watch that clip and tell me it doesn't make you mad. I have it in slow motion at the end and zoomed in, so you can watch the finer points. You seen that play? He definitely got screwed, but at first I was wondering why he didn't call a timeout. I didn't call a timeout because I thought he was out of bounds. So yeah, once you see me going, start panicking, going, he was out! And then you watch it back in slow-mo, you're like, oh, there it is. So I looked at my playbooks again. So it's definitely the KC defense. So I should have 3-3 nickel. And it's definitely the Tampa Bay offense. So it should only have single back and gun, which I kind of hate. But they have some really good pass plays that, honestly, those deep passing plays get me down the field really quick, so I can't ignore them. And Michael, your partner's manager is getting into trouble due to drunks? And she's a normal worker. Now she's getting pushed up to manager. She skipped supervisor because of drunks? Can't smoke those drunks. How many pages you got? Don't sound too pumped there. Oh, hell yeah. I am pumped. How many pages do I have? What does that mean? Like, I didn't write a book, if you're asking about that. Not yet. I might write a memoir later. The Rams story.
But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
First throw there, complete to Rodgers. On a gain of 3 on the play. And now third down and 6 to
hate that shit. Guys just standing there.
How many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it.
Oh, wow. 49 definitely could have just picked that off. It went right through his face.
Find him in this type of a situation.
It's not gonna. Okay, smartass. I got you. Just 3 pages. 1 page, actually, 2 groups.
Off to Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts towards the end zone for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a terrific return as he'll take it.
It's a good return.
They may have thrown the interception.
I've got the page, obviously, which you're on right now. The exclusive subscriber group.
Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense.
I've got the Ram Fam,
Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
which is more of just the fan group. People who follow automatically get invited. A percentage join.
Early on, it doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Herbert on 3rd down now. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. They kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short.
I said quick, he just turned his mic on or off. I don't know.
The deep throw, they just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over.
His name's MT7MT, Mountain 7 Mountain.
It's a gain of 35.
He didn't get an invite.
Work in the middle of the field, able to create some
You should have.
separation, and then utilize
I'm,
the catch, but turn upfield
guess I'm
once
not
he gets
cool
the
enough.
ball in his hands.
So how about this?
You should have.
After the big play, inside
You can find it.
15
Just
now as they come
search
up on
Ram
1st
Fam.
and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 14 yards. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Hopkins with the extra point. And it's
Ram Fam
7-0
streaming.
game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
There's a lot of followers not in here. Sorry, I'm not going to bother everyone with the invite. William's not in here. We'll invite William.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I think you're already in there, Michael. You're not even a suggestion, but if not, here you go. You tell me if you're in there.
Now a second down and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice
It's not
job
really playing
there
the ball.
because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Look the ball in, turned on the jet.
Wow, J.C. Jackson couldn't pick that up.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5
was already in it,
yards as
didn't
he's
know.
tackled at the 20.
I told you. I said from the start. That's alright. It pretty much posts when I'm live. Otherwise, it was kind of like a fan group of people wanted to post other stuff, but I don't think a lot of other people posted it, isn't it?
As this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a call.
Touchdown, Mike Williams. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing.
Oh, I should have gone for the 2, huh?
Great way to send a message
Oh, wait.
to the opposing team.
I'm looking at it like I missed an extra point already, but I did
And
not.
that makes the score 14-7.
Alright, we're going to start trying to remember to do kickoff left. Because what everyone does to me that absolutely crushes me and gives me no possibility to return ever.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And if I do it to people and someone eventually beats me, then at least I'll learn how to beat it. Hey, Michael, take a drink of water or tea or pre-workout, whatever you got. For saying you're not in the group, but actually being in the group.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete.
Ooh, that must hurt.
They're trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone. They're in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right?
Okay, when I get home, I will down a whole beer for you and send the video. Really?
And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception. And set
Well, hell yeah.
That's in great shape.
Yeah, you gotta skull it.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be
It's
second.
growing on me. That phrase, sculling it.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is into the end
I'm surprised that you would do that with a beer, since you don't normally drink very many. But hell yeah, I'll take it. All right, what do you think? Interception number 3 right here, and he quits?
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's driving.
I forgot to kick left. It's going to be really hard for me to start to remember to do that every time.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things
Eric, LA Chargers, I'll never get used to that. I agree.
Kind of an obvious question.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
You try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing.
I think you want to avoid one scare.
Ooh, two-man rush and it gets through. Yeah, they've been San Diego Chargers for our whole lives.
Continue to run your offense.
And Hurts is intercepted. His third.
Hey, interception number 3. Hey! Ooh, ooh, you know what that means? Cheers, everybody. It's getting too easy. I said interception number 3, and you think he quits? Hey! I know what I'm talking about. That's 3 wins in a row. 3 very quick wins in a row. Because they've all been quits. Cheers. That guy was 4-1. That was the first time that man has ever lost, and I beat him pretty handily. This guy's getting smoked. He got beat pretty bad for his first win. He bit off more than he can chew on that one. All right. 3 more wins. Halfway to getting back to 2-0 or 2.0 win average. Can taste it. Can taste it. I've had one game, my first game I lost here on the stream, Eric. Guy was playing the Bills. They're either the highest or the second highest rated team in the game. Couldn't stop him from doing outside runs the whole game. And I've had 3 straight people I've forced to quit since. The first game really pissed me off, so I guess I buckled down. What's the Packers' record going to be this year, Eric? You thinking maybe 2-15? You remember they play an extra game now. They play 18 games. I know you said you didn't get to watch much last year, but if you missed that, there you go. I know. The Bills are insanely good right now, though. They were a joke for most of our college and high school years, but you know, every 4 decades they turn it around. I'm going to do the whole thing, crack open the bottle and skull it. Hell yeah. I think the Packers are going to go 13-4, but they don't have Devontae Adams anymore. No, Devontae Adams is, I don't know, that's pretty bad news. Pretty much all rookie receivers. Rodgers don't like that. Don't need him, we got the GOAT. To be honest, I just don't think that Rodgers is going to throw very much. I think he's going to hand the ball off the majority of the time.
Second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Like we can go back on your live stream now as well. Like today you can reverse it. Like we couldn't yesterday. Eric, to be fair, half the receivers were no names before Rodgers. That's a good point. That's a good point. I saw the NFL did like a Madden sim to see what would happen, and it was obnoxious as always. I think the Packers did end up being number one in the division, making it all the way, but Randall Cobb had like 1,800 yards. Like, that's not happening. Not old man Cobb. But I'm trying to remember who got there. It was like one of the worst teams in the league got to the Super Bowl. Like the Falcons or something. You know how Madden Sims go.
Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality and pound the rock. 2 yards.
Pound the rock.
And that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, it's Herbert. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a second and just a few inches left. Well, that's not just
But hey, Eric, get this.
already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think
Quarterback sneaks work again.
getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That's a really alert defense there because they
I did just beat the Packers. The first of three teams that quit, the first one was the Packers. I beat him 28-7, and I picked him off 3 times. The only one he would throw to is Tanyan.
They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it.
He was throwing like a Tanyan of balls to him.
Touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Sneaks. I see all the extra S's. So I watched a little Rick and Morty today. Season 5, because I just saw that there was the ads for Rick and Morty Season 6. Hilarious show, and the gameplay for High on Life. If you haven't seen that, it's a hilarious looking game made by the Rick and Morty people. Same voices and everything, same style of stuff. Like stole the Gamescom show or whatever.
Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
So it had me on the
Here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit.
Rick and Morty wavelength. So I was watching it, and I don't know if you've seen it. Season 5, there's the Space Snakes episode where their whole language is just a bunch of S's. And it was just so funny. They go through like basically everything that we have, but in Snake. I don't know why it's so funny. It's really stupid, but I enjoyed it. Need more screens? I'll do a few more screens. My screens are typically terrible. I could get like 8 or 9 yards or lose 6, so or throw picks. People are really good at diagnosing screens these days. They take forever to set up, unfortunately. And like the last 3 or 4 Maddens, not only do they take forever to set up, but as the linemen are moving over and everything, they all get caught in each other's legs. And then you have no blockers. Wide receiver screen. Alright, if I see one come up and it looks good, I'll do it. But if I'm being pressed, no chance.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. second down.
Oh, God.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by
Should have done a wide receiver screen.
and this return is going to be halted right around.
Okay, so on Allen's route, Keenan Allen right there, he had the choice to go straight or cut in. And if he cut in, it would have been perfect. So I was trusting he was going to do that. And that's what I threw to. Unfortunately, he's got his guys,
This one's going the other way.
Trayvon Diggs, to sit there and follow me.
A first down carry by Elliott. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Okay, that counts. Interception! Let's take it back, baby! Woo! I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to win that. I thought that was out of bounds, the lack of screen flipping.
And threw right into it for an interception.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Woo! Screen, baby, screen! Good call, Eric. I don't know why I didn't listen to you in the first place.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
So many times in my
You mean no one talks on that Ram fan page?
situations are one
A while ago, yeah.
We're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Or if they do, I never see anything pop up for it.
As they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The fuck's he doing running out of bounds like
They
that?
were already starting to walk back as that one is
What
accepted.
sort of amateur hour shit is that?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Well, that's awesome, Michael. Hey, that's a good thing. I mean, if you're super excited to play it, that should translate to the stream. Your excitement, your energy should show off, and that should attract some people in.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner.
Happy boy, jeez.
Other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand.
I'm sure it'll be a fun
Drive
stream.
reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example
I'll be there to
of the
watch it.
attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got Allen. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Draw play. It's It's Eckler. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Play action. It's Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You see them communicating after that play. They both know that they missed a shot for a touchdown on that throw.
Yeah, Williams is back. Williams back? What?
They come
Is
up
he?
now, 3rd and
Did he leave?
5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Herbert. And
God, he dropped it.
incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert looking middle, and that's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this
That'll be
drive
level
with 6
28.
points.
That's funny.
Attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. Touchdown!
The grind in life is hard. You can only level up once a year. Yeah, but at least it stays balanced, man. I pressed it on time. I promise you I'm getting absolutely fucking shafted.
So they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
This is the second control I've been on, so it's Madden's fault. I'm just gonna hold the button and not let go when it's on time.
This first half as the kicks away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with
You're hyped for KH3. Thought you're hyped for Pokemon.
not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Are you gonna play both back and forth alternating, or are you gonna play Pokemon through, which is gonna take some time? Pokemon games are not short. And then KH3. Well, you said KH3 is pretty short. Are you gonna run through KH3 quick since you just did 1 and 2?
No doubt making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to
Or are you gonna
and Charles
do
Davis.
Pokemon and then KH3? I think it almost, continuity purposes, I would say it'd be smarter to do
Welcome back.
KH1, 2, 3, and then do Pokemon. So it's a short game. It's not that short. Maybe, I guess, if you're...
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
running straight through and you're not
Almost got it to the
trying to capture everything.
Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
You know, we always talk
And,
about the
yes.
but we're
Yes,
using
William.
offensive coordinator.
Just don't shaft me because I'm trying I'm trying really hard to get caught up.
To help his team get a spark to start the
Because I've had a few embarrassing losses and I have not won off of a sub pick yet.
And taking it across midfield and
So don't shaft me on a pick, but yes, you do get one free pick a night.
right off the bat and a first down.
Michael's trying to make me play the Jets.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 30.
Kayla made me play the Broncos and it was the worst loss ever played, so if you look in the stream description there, it
First touchdown of the game, but they're on the
reflects what happened when I played as the Broncos.
They go to Elliott again. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
God damn, it's gonna pick
7-yard
worst.
carry
Of
to
course!
start with a 2nd and 3.
Everyone wants to pick the worst team.
Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's brought down inside.
I don't blame you that it might be fun, but at the same time,
Inside the 20. Here's first.
all that's gonna happen, I promise you, because this game makes me more mad than any other game I play, that all that's gonna happen is I'm gonna rage and quit really early when I'm down 3 scores in the first quarter and I've scored nothing and threw 16 interceptions and been sacked 2,000 times.
sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness.
I'm gonna try to hunt all them on, then it's not a fast game.
Wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. They're looking for
You're gonna hunt them all. It takes a while. You like Sunday Fun Day? What's Sunday Fun Day? What's that mean for you? I should say. I get the general idea of a Sunday Fun Day. Take your time, William. Look up the overalls.
All that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And not much there at all as he'll get
So on
this
Sunday, he'll
early
do
on
Pokemon, and Monday
11.
through Wednesday, Kingdom Hearts. Okay.
Quick slam complete to Keenan Allen. And he's taken down
I mean, that could work.
before he gets this across the 25-yard
Why not?
line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Yeah, Michael literally was like, how about the Jets? How about the Jaguars? How about the Texans? I'm like, I don't want to play any of these teams. I'm trying not to get slaughtered.
But despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production.
This entire week, the worst team I played was the Atlanta Falcons.
Offense and widen this margin too.
And I just beat him really bad. You just saw what happened. That guy might have been a good player that was playing as the Falcons earlier, but I shut him out and made him quit in the second quarter because I have a better team.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Break it up a bit.
On is the punt
Gotta pick
stop
him just
here
for the
at
show. Go
36
Eagles. Do
away.
Philadelphia proud for the gang.
This is
Oh man, I just made the Eagles quit. But I will say this.
a big kick that
The
time,
first two
52
times I played the
yards.
Eagles, they didn't slaughter me, but they beat me by a touchdown both times. And one of those times I should have won.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football.
But I might be able to pull off an Eagles win. So I like that pick. Let's do it.
Can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes
Michael, maybe find some small packs of cards and open them at the start and end of the stream. Oh, that could be a good idea. Do one pack at the beginning, one pack at the end. Or why don't you do it as like a reward? Instead of just doing it, say, buy like
That huge loss on the sack. Makes
10
his
packs to use over the course of,
down and 22 yards to go.
you know, how many streams? You know, a bunch of them. So buy like 10 packs one day, and then say every 5 likes. Every 5 likes you'll open one pack.
maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the legs.
You know, do it as a reward just for likes to get your people who come onto your page, because you probably get, like me, more people that watch than interact.
Line has done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
So people will see 4 likes and someone will drop in and be like, fuck it, I'll give you 5.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. But such
All right, let's hope the Eagles don't kill my streak, because I've made people quit 4 times in a row now. I don't think they will. The Eagles are pretty decent. Let's make sure we adjust their depth chart. William, so you only like 4 teams. Let's see what they are. You like the Raiders, the Eagles, the Dolphins, and the Chargers. All of them are pretty good in their own way. Chargers obviously the best this year. Dolphins have the 2 fastest players, the fastest running back and the fastest receiver, which gives them a huge advantage, but their quarterback's mid, like lower mid. And then another receiver who's extremely fast. So the Dolphins have the ability to make some things happen. Raiders have really good players. Wow, they made A.J. Brown fast as fuck. And what's the last one? The Eagles have some speed. They're a pretty well balanced team. They've got, I think, a decent defense. Got decent cornerbacks. Is this guy X Factor superstar? Holy shit! This dude's got 98 speed. What was his name? Quez Watkins? They're returning everything. Why did we have a tight end? Oh, whoops, sorry. There's a tight end long snapping who has 42 overall long snap. We're not doing that. Oh man, I can't get a safety in here. Who's got the most speed? This guy has the most speed. He's got pretty good speed. Ah, here we go. This is what I want. Okay. Okay, I feel comfortable with this. Who's your team, Chiefs? No. My team comes up first every time. You're close with a C. It's the Chicago Bears. But as you can see, these numbers are why I don't play them. I can't compete using my team. Oh, I went right past them, didn't I? Thousand stars opens all 10. Could do that. Oh, he can't get stars yet. He's not quite level up. He needs more follows. Or you could even do follows, Michael. You could do, you could do a certain level of currency, either likes or follows. You could say, if I get 2 follows, I'll open a pack. Just to get the ball moving, you know. It doesn't have to be a high number. You know, I watch people on TikTok. Like, oh, if we get 1,000 follows, because TikTok started picking up gaming really well, and I'm watching it to kind of see if that might be a viable option to do, and maybe a multi-stream too. And I see them saying that stuff all the time. Oh, if we get 1,000 follows, we're gonna do this thing or that thing, and sometimes they're not even like nothing good. And they get them in seconds. Takes them 2 minutes, max. But sometimes they're really close. It's crazy. So I'm sitting here like, if I get 1 follow tonight, I'll just be happy. There's these motherfuckers out here begging for 1,000. Crazy. If there's a Ram team, Black Ram GX Gaming should have to play them due to its name. I did play as the Los Angeles Rams a lot last year. For your information, Michael. But they also won the Super Bowl, so they were a super good team to play last year. He did not pitch that forward perfectly like that while getting hit. That did not just happen, did it?
That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
That was funny. Let's see here. Might go buy some of the Pokemon boxes and go open them. Can't hurt. I just think using it as a tool to reinforce. Shit. I mean, that's a good idea. I don't think there's a lot coming out in November that I'm going to play. Besides maybe Pokemon there. So, shit, I might do that. That idea was invented on this stream, so I'm not stealing it. Mostly. You're just going to open them. So. So I might borrow that idea for sure. It's a good idea. A small time, guys. We gotta share ideas. No! Oh, we had him locked up behind the line. Anyway, let me catch up here. Raiders, I don't like the move, but they were the only team I really knew for years. Then I learned about the Eagles through It's Always Sunny. Chargers were the first team I used on NFL, and my mates love the Dolphins, so I followed with him. I'm surprised you guys aren't Jaguars fans. The Jaguars, like their second home. Is London. The Jaguars go to London pretty much every year. But they're not a great team, so I don't blame you for not liking them. Well, you're gonna watch this game, then you're gonna sleep? Alright. That's fair. Hey, just glad to see you today. I was wondering where you were all week. So where's our boy? Where's our boy William? Glad we had you in here, and glad we had you chatting for a little bit. In Stalker 2 November? No. It got pushed back to December, and I think it got removed from the store. So I think it got pushed back again. Because originally it was supposed to come out in March. March pushed back to December, and now it's gone. So December, High on Life comes out on Game Pass, so I'm super stoked for that. Because I get it for free, baby, and I was going to pay for that game 100%. Oh, shit, the very next thing you said. Are you going to play it on Game? Yes. Sorry. I didn't even read that you said that, but 100% yes, I am. We want to watch NFL here, waiting on good teams to come. I think you guys got some pretty good teams this year, right? Packers are coming to London, I believe, this year, right?
Here's Hurts to throw, rolling to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted.
Okay, I'm angry on that play for one reason, and one reason only. There's a mechanic. We use the right stick, and the closest receiver to you, you tell them to go in any direction. 360 degrees. But really 4 dimensions. Up, down, left, right. You can kind of get it at angles. And I'm telling the closest guy who's just jogging along, being perfectly guarded, like, oh, I guess my route's fucked. And I'm telling him, run out, run out! Because it would have worked. 100%. And he wouldn't move, So I was anticipating the run out. I ran out of time, so I threw it. And of course, he didn't move, so he wasn't open, and all the rest is history. Had A wide open. That's really infuriating. Morty voices your gun. Yeah, I saw that. It was really cool. I did like the knife that's Australian because they're doing like a Crocodile Dundee thing. Love that. It's fantastic. You'd watch Green Bay for sure. I can't remember. I thought there's like 3 teams in London this year. Isn't there? It's like 3 there. There's one in, is it Munich, Germany?
Sets up to throw it. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They go play action with Hurts.
That fucking counted, huh?
Vacating Stearns, and the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They exited the pocket.
I saw him lurking right there, but I thought he was
Unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run,
maybe off
sometimes your
placement
downfield
just
vision
enough
can
where I
get
could
skewed
squeeze it
just a
in.
bit. Now, the
No one's
beauty of
getting
extending
fucking
a
open.
play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball.
I saw that happening a mile away.
And some room to maneuver. And out of bounds on the
There's
other
nothing I could do
side
about it
of
by the time I
field
saw
at
it.
the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now Gordon on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle.
It's
in the
very
point of
hot
attack
this
at the
week.
line of scrimmage. They used
Also,
great
it's been nice and cool the
leverage,
last few weeks.
held their spot and stacked him up.
Sweating like crazy through these streams.
Second and
It's no
8.
good, no bueno.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
What is that, Michael? I don't know what that is.
Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Albert Okuebu now the intended target. And inside the 20.
I thought that guy was a blocker, to be honest.
Give him 10
The way he
yards
was
there as
running
this
out.
Offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks
Elite
gotta
trainer
see that.
box?
Gotta find a way to audible into something a little
What is
more
that, like cards?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed.
That's really frustrating as hell.
Giving up the first down.
2 levels there, need to block.
Wilson, he's going to keep it. And he will
Old
take
man
it.
Wilson walks right in.
Touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. McManus's point after is good.
How long is each quarter online?
It's now 14.
It used to be 6. I think they shortened it to 5. I guess I don't really pay attention that well to remember if it's 5 or 6.
Now to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone.
If I had to guess, I'd say 6.
Probably should have taken a knee as he only
But I'd
gets
have to
this
actually
out
look
the
again.
16-yard line.
It's just a big box of cards.
The Eagles
Is it
offense
random,
set
or
to
are they
the
like...
next drive. As the
Is it like a
offense
deck?
comes out here, Charles,
If it's
remember
like a
they threw
deck,
the
they,
interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that didn't. And Hurts is intercepted.
course.
His 3rd of the game.
Of course.
By Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. I'm not sure that the
Nobody
Bills
gets open. I've got super fast receivers.
That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions, but That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to
Oh my God.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes
This guy's
it with
picking me
just shy
apart.
of
Like, this is the only thing he does.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll pick up 7
I have
there
10
on
packs
the
for that
first
set
down
and
keep.
4 different from the different sets.
Run right there in a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all
Interesting.
he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that,
And that is caught.
Everyone's always fucking open for this guy. I thought the Eagles' defense looked pretty decent. What is this shit?
Will extend their lead in the
No one blocks anybody.
half.
Doesn't matter if I'm in zone, man, blitz.
This is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McMahon.
Got coaching adjustments. We've adjusted the depth chart.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with
Yeah, of
that
course, he's right fucking there.
intercepted for the 4th time today.
God damn it, it was the only guy who looked even remotely open.
7-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about
I can't guarantee that
I don't think you mentioned the
sub
guys
picks will still be available.
with 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
yeah, instead of
Might call them sub suggestions
throwing the football, while we look at the
in the future, considering every single time. And it's nothing against you guys or the teams you pick, it's just bad juju at this point. But every single team you guys pick, I can't win.
On 2nd down, Wilson toward the sideline.
I just
That catch, dragging
get
the
fucking
toes.
crushed by any and every. I was the 49ers, they're a good team. I'm the Eagles, they're a pretty good team. I've been forced to play somebody else. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was very good.
Down here at the 3.
I think I've been forced to play like one bad team.
2 now from the 3. They keep it on the ground again. Gordon, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Should have chosen the Packers. No, the Packers are my arch rival. I hate them.
And the Broncos will extend
You could have, and I would have played them,
before halftime.
but I would have lost on purpose.
This is point after
Just
his
because I would gain more pleasure
28-0.
from the Packers losing
Not much time
than
to speak
from
of remaining in this first half as the
winning
kicks away.
with the Packers. No Tom Brady, no party. I'm using Tom Brady's playbook.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football.
Has he retired? No.
Down after a short pickup.
Now, Tom Brady, he did actually, he did retire. And about 4, 5, 6 weeks later, he came out of retirement.
Return after the break.
Final adjustments being made for the second half.
There was
Game that's already pretty well decided.
there was some shenanigans with the whole thing,
Nevertheless, let's get you back out
and it
to Brandon and
came out to be true. So the Dolphins owner
Live now inside the booth along
really, really wanted to win a Super Bowl.
set and ready to
And the Saints had a top 5 coach. He's one of the best coaches of like the last 12 years, Sean Payton.
in this third quarter.
So Sean Payton suddenly retires. And that's kind of strange, right? He's kind of a young guy for a head coach. He's still really good. He's got a chance to rebuild.
The line, this Philly offense set to
And Tom Brady
They
retires.
certainly know the hole that they teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession.
And it turned out this is illegal to do. You cannot talk to players from a different organization and try to get them on your team early without talking to the management and ownership of that team, coaches or players. So the Dolphins head coach offered a percentage of ownership. To Tom Brady. I don't know about Sean Payton, but he offered a percent ownership, so he'd have been the first owner player ever to come to the Dolphins, make it happen no matter how. Sean Payton do the same thing, so they're both going to retire and say, well, we'll only play if you trade us to the Dolphins. So the Dolphins got stripped of their first-round draft pick.
Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete.
Because it came out as a real thing. It was talked about months and months ago, and then they proved it. So Tom Brady came out of retirement once he realized it wasn't going to go the way he had hoped and become the first player owner and all that. And yeah, it was interesting. Is my middle name Lucifer? Me? He's in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Why are you asking if my middle name's Lucifer? Because I'm cursing like him? All I have to say is this game is really pissing me off. If I'm losing like this ever, wires are being shorted in my brain. That's it for me. I'm done. I'm done. Not playing these fucking Eagles anymore. I'm over it. How good was this fucking piece of shit? 52 and 26, so on that one he's exactly a 2.0. He's in the top 1.2%, so he's in the top 1%. He's played 22 more games than me. How the fuck did I end up against this guy? I'm in the top 2.6% right now, though. I'm almost at that 1%. If I even hit 1.9, we've technically made it. Ironic how he wanted to go to the other Florida side after Tampa. I know, right? I hope this is the same guy. Broncos. It never is, though. It never is. I don't know if he would have went to another cold team. I know he's an older guy. He really likes the heat and playing in warmer weather. But the offer to be a percent owner of the team for life. You know how much money these teams make? This sport, which isn't worldwide, I think is like the highest grossing sport in the world. Maybe not. Maybe FIFA is, but like it's pretty far up there. I should say sports league, not sport in general. This league is one of the highest grossing in the world by far. They make, what was it? Like a little over 150 million each year per team after all the expenses of owning and running a team and paying all these players millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, their cap space for what they can pay players is 168 million alone. So if they're still making gross, the owners are still coming out with 150 million plus after paying everybody and whatnot. They make $500 million a year at least net, you know. Minimum per team. There's 32 teams. You know how much fucking money that is?
Going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one.
So to even have a percentage of that for the rest of your life as Tom Brady, you're like, how can I say no?
The second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety.
You know, as much as LeBron's trying to makes tying a shoelace, no kidding. Well, as basketball players make so much more because there's what 11 guys on a team or something like that.
Running on first down, Eckler.
Versus 53 players here.
For a couple, it'll be second down.
Pretty easy to just pay those 11 guys significantly more money.
If you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And that would complete to his receiver, Palmer. They follow up the
Gain of a yard.
that time.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They play
Our football team makes silly money, to be fair. One made like over $1 billion in one season somehow.
as he works straight across the field.
What are the teams that you're a fan of?
Defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You gotta find ways.
Oh my god, hold on to the fucking ball.
Third down and third down defense gonna be vital in this game. Able to knock that
This is
one
driving me
away and force a
absolutely nuts. It's all depth though, so I don't get how it works. That makes it tax free.
Snap it to Herbert. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he is going to have the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know how it all works, but it's basic loopholes to
They surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's not what I said. I said X RB. Fucking game.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
God damn it, and I just had X wide open.
And he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
No, but it's pretty sure it's Manchester United, Arsenal, or Liverpool. Oh, okay.
Well, it almost looked like
Your
run blocking again. I mean, they opened up
your
the
football
last
teams.
time. This time they opened up
I gotcha.
and the quarterback got sacked.
I see football, and the first thing I'm immediately going to think of is my sport, you know.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. This is caught. Touchdown.
I just, that word football just instantly triggers it differently for me.
Touchdown.
I
And the Chargers
absolutely hate it.
first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the
It's like I wish there wasn't so many countries in modern day that are trying to use different systems of measurement, metric system versus the other one, which is probably the one I use. I don't know, centric system, whatever. Different words for the same things when we speak the same language. God damn it.
First and 10 here for Wilson
He's making
and the
mistakes,
Broncos at their own 24. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the
I was trying to get my
mark him down at the 30.
defense set up properly.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you
Three-man
gotta hit the
sack
jackpot
there.
Throwing on first down.
Apparently in sports you can owe like $6 billion, but still make $1 billion plus a season. Really? I know I've heard of some system like that. That's how you don't pay taxes. Like, the team technically loses money, but part of the money that's lost is what's paid to the owner for his like check. That's what he makes for doing his job.
That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his
Sports would name
receiver.
realistically American football would be padded rugby kick goals.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Football pansies will kick balls and fall over. Hockey, boxing on ice. Basketball, tall guys
To throw is
jump to
Wilson.
reshoot.
And that's gonna
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Out of bounds and incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side.
That could be a fun series of like TikToks
That's why
as
teams always talk about having to win the early downs.
if
meaning
sports
you
were
gotta gain
more
yards to set
accurately named.
yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. Touchdown.
How did he even see Jerry Judy open on that end? That wasn't even on the screen.
Gets the traditional
And how did he get open 40 yards down the field in 2 seconds?
big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip the cap to them.
Each team's
I don't like that. That's the thing about my defense. It's so boomer bust.
the kicks away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good
This defense is either completely shut down or they score on me in 1 point.
15.
There's really no in between.
The Chargers
Dominant or dominated.
get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nothing doing.
Accurately named with more enthusiastic commentary, right?
It's Kareem
If you could get somebody who
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he
is kind of goofy, a little bit older, doesn't really watch much sports, to say these things while you have some other people laughing at them hysterically. Like, you ever seen the videos where they'll have like their dad or somebody that they've never seen? I've seen a few different people do it.
Herbert to throw. That's caught by his
They'll show them random team logos and ask them, what is this team?
He'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line.
And they say just the silliest shit. Do that sort of thing, but with sports in general.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success.
You saying we talk the same language?
They just saw once
Not everything.
again on that
You
route.
say we were upside down in Australia. It's funny. Spam the hell with that play. If he's not going to stop it, I'm going to spam it, Kenny. I'm going to spam it. Look up Chris Kamara. Who's Chris Kamara?
On second down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Kenny, you know my motto. If you're not going to stop it, I'm going to keep doing it.
To 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go.
I don't feel good about it, but you got to do it.
It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
He's a football commentator over here. He's iconic. Don't make them like him no more.
And the Chargers
Um,
down in front.
Okay, I was holding the damn button when it was accurate. Fuck you, Madden. This makes me so mad because this happens all the time. I'm only going to go for 2 points if I can remember to from now on. I hate to be the douchebag who goes for 2 points only because it makes me so mad when people do it. But this kicking thing is driving me nuts.
This one away,
It happens all the time. I do these kicks over and over. I can't possibly fail. I've been doing this for like 15 years. And I press the button, and the kick keeps going, the meter. It's so infuriating to lose points when you do it right, but the game just pulls your pants down and shafts you in front of the world. God damn it. YouTube Chris Camara best bits. You don't even need to understand our football to find it funny. Alright, I'll check it out. You should check out Chris Collinsworth. He's an NFL guy who he's an older guy. And he says the funniest innuendos. The guy says the dirtiest stuff using football language. Oh, and he's gonna run it right up his center, and he just says the dirtiest stuff. I remember I was watching a football game in college, and I heard this guy, they were deciding to play, nothing was really happening yet. And there's just silence, like they thought the mic was off. And you hear Chris Collinsworth go, that is big. And then it goes back to silence. And there was like 5 of us sitting in the room, not saying anything, all looking at our phones. We all stop, look up, look at each other like, did you just say that? We had DVR. One guy's got it on his phone. We're like, what's happening in that commentator studio there? Where's this Chris Collinsworth guy into? Don't know for sure, but that was about one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And I haven't been able to find it on YouTube, so apparently nobody else heard it but us. How do people lurk behind the ball and get catches? I have never intercepted a ball behind the receiver, whose hands are here when the ball comes. What the fuck is this? It's happening to me all night, all fucking week. I'm sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of it. Ugh. I was gonna drive down, score, get my score a 2-point, get my 21-7 lead. And apparently you can intercept the ball from anywhere. So if I'm just back the fuck here, I'll catch the ball if he runs it. I'll pick it off before he hands it off to the running back. Why not? Apparently you can do that in this game. Oh my. You know what sounds good, some line.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
You find a video and send it to me? Alright, sounds good. He's so hyper, it's unreal, but he misses everything. Well, that sounds even better. Just sent you one link, there's more, but that's a good one to start with. Okay. Anyway, sleep time for me, I reckon. Alright. If you don't want to see me freak the fuck out anymore, that's probably a good thing. It's not going well, so
the Charger drive about to get going, and they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Room here to run. And
thank God. If that worked on me, I was going to be really mad. I might have clipped it. but I would have been mad.
We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL.
I don't think I could rant about that if it worked. But angry is accurate. Dogs come to bed, so I guess he wants us to go to sleep now. Alright, night, William. Hey, thanks for hanging out, brother. Thanks for sending me that link. I'll definitely check that out tonight.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half.
Tell us how you really feel. Well,
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
just know everything I've said is a lie. That's not really how I feel. That's not emotion squeaking out. That's not me getting angry or upset.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown
It's all a
down.
lie.
They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson.
Oh, wow, I'm behind him. Why didn't I intercept it? Why wasn't it in my hands?
Been his best game throwing the football, but also
I don't get it.
out there either.
Yeah, you kind of nailed
Hey,
it pretty well.
somebody whoever is a developer for Madden, get the fuck on the stream right now and explain this bullshit to me.
Way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Explain how you work on this year after year after year. What, you got 31, 32 years in this shit now, and you can't make a game that's accurate or intelligent or smart at all? How is it every year I feel bad? I feel like a scumbag that I gave you money. How does that happen every year? What's the reason? Developers at Madden, do you guys even work? Do you just sleep all day and you're like, put out the same game, just put in different names? What do you people do is what I want to know.
Just shy of midfield. Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
Now he can read it properly, Michael.
Quarterback hemmed in. In this case,
I like
they
that.
brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Nothing else matters. It does make them bank. Ain't that the truth? As long as year after year after year, people who like the NFL are forced to buy this because it's the closest thing they can get to it as far as a game, because it's the only simulation that exists, because EA are fucking crooks that stole the fucking license under the pretenses that they make a good game. Oh, well, we've been making it for 32 years, so you might as well just keep giving us the license. How about no, you crazy Dutch bastards? Who's the idiot in the NFL? Get the NFL guy out here. NFL guy, I'm talking to you. How stupid are you in your brain that you keep letting these people have it? Give the goddamn contract to 2K like everyone who's a true fan of the game has been demanding for years. Just do it. If you're smart, if you're intelligent, if there's a brain, if there's a cell that's still working in that skull of yours, just do it already. Just take the contract. If you get sued, who cares? You'll make more money. You'll make significantly more money.
Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
You know how many people would come back to the franchise if EA didn't make it? Everybody. Everybody would come back.
A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Everyone who's ever loved this game and said I won't get it so long as Madden's creating it will come back.
On 1st down now. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
And that's a tough throw
You play Ultimate Team or just head-to-head? I don't play Ultimate Team. It's a scam.
pointed back right to
It is an absolute 100% scam. Ultimate Team is garbage. It's their answer to microtransactions. Oh, you want your favorite player from any century? Well, if you pay us enough money, you can get it and get a good team fast. Otherwise, you can play it all year and your team might be good by the time that the next Madden comes out. Early breakup from 8 yards back. How are you supposed to break it up when you're in your own red zone? Jesus Christ. Wow, surprise, 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 surprise! Drop the fucking ball! Trying to strip it really hard. 2K might have soccer next year, as EA no longer wants to work with FIFA. Oh, good. Good for FIFA to be so lucky. If anything, they're the true winners. Hopefully EA stops wanting to work with everybody and starts making their own titles that can bomb out. They can keep making shitty Battlefields and Anthem and whatever other garbage they want to spew out. Because we know their own titles that they make don't do shit. They're not successes and they never will be. Being such a garbage company. That was on me. Really, really upset about it. 2K do it right though. NBA and PGA Tour prove it. That's true. I 100% agree. 2K has been... I mean, I don't ever hear anyone complain about 2K NBA. Now, I don't know a lot of people that play it. I don't know shit about it. I don't pay attention to basketball at all. But I'll tell you, the people I know that are into it really like 2K. It's a cash cow. Just owning a franchise's name. Is all it takes, which is garbage.
The Charger drive about to get going. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
You fear they got greedy, but they think they did it on purpose.
That's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one.
They don't know that they need FIFA currently as there's no competition. NBA Live died because of 2K. They got Golf 2K. They may be losing FIFA to it. I hope they do. I'm pro the destruction of EA in every way while playing one of their games. This is the only EA game I'll ever buy, only because I love the sport. That's how it proves that this method works. They get themselves in a contract where they're the only ones that can have the fucking game. What the fuck? God damn it. Oh my God.
The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes him the other way to the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
That was my bad. That was 100% my bad.
Get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
But I thought that A was Y. Y was wide open. So I pressed A. And he could have thrown it to A, who was 2 yards in front of him. No, he lobs it right over his fucking head like an alley-oop and straight into the wide open cornerback's hands.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Wow, I'm amazed that wasn't picked off.
Williams on the slant.
Everyone on the other team's hands are fucking magnets, and then there's mine with fucking stone gloves.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he slips up past
Just want EA to release Skate before they die, though. I'm honestly at a kill 'em all stage. Not kill 'em all, but you know what I mean. What do you call that? Oh, Game of Thrones.
Great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From the gun, it's a run for Williams, and he'll go down shy of the 40.
Free to play Skate. I can get behind. Don't even care if they charge for cosmetics. Then as it's free, I'll pay $1.99 for a board, and if I want, or $9.99 for a collection of gear on that. Yeah, if you do it once, I guess it's not so bad, right? Spend like 200 plus to actually skate already. That's true.
Now it's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon.
That is the craftiest play I've ever seen.
After a pickup of 8, 2nd
It's a screen. I've never seen a double screen like that.
First down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Again to Williams, running right. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Love a good Need for Speed. Does EA make that?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And he's got room. And all the way up for Broncos.
I said it was going to be a inside run, because that was the predictable thing for him to do. Then that guy started moving and I couldn't switch. And then since I said that, literally everyone broke coverage and ran in and left him wide the fuck open all the way in the end zone. And I just hate this fucking game so much. I don't know why I like to play it. It's slightly addicting. I have a fucking goal and I want to hit it. But God, I hate it so much right now. I don't even know if I want to finish the goal. I'm going to. But in this moment, I'm so irritated that I don't want to.
How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throwing out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here.
Wow, that was an interception. Crazy. I really thought it was going to be one. Oh, crazy. Oh, man. This game full of surprises.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Yeah, good thing that's never going to happen, Michael.
That one caught by Carter. And he'll go out of bounds.
We'll never see Pokemon on EA.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nintendo will never give that cash cow away.
And what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Herbert. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And now we've got a one-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires.
That's game.
What's less than a glimmer?
You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured they go down to a knee.
Smash until a fucking play happens.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured they go down to a knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half.
Do your happy dance, bro?
To the victory.
My happy dance would include flipping my desk, smashing all of my monitors, my camera, my computer, everything, walking out pissed, and then more pissed because I made the biggest mistake of my life.
You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half.
Yeah, I'll be streaming in about 2 to 3 years when I can afford to buy everything again. How the fuck do I lose to the Broncos twice? God, they're one of the worst teams in the NFL. I got absolutely slobber-knocked when I played as them. Like I never seen before. How far did I move back up? Still 2.6. It was the same guy. It was the same guy twice. Ugh. And I almost had him the second time. But he's the guy who figured out how to intercept the ball from behind the receiver when the receiver's hands are here and the ball is right here. What the guy behind me called? Oh, how is that possible? I don't fucking know because Madden's a fucking joke. Anyway, it was a great night. Early on, when I won 4 games straight by making people quit. I don't want to take away subs being able to pick teams. I'm not going to do it yet, but it is really frustrating that and you guys don't even pick bad teams. But they're just not teams that I know how to play, I guess. And if I don't know how to play them, apparently I can't use them. I can't use them in any measure. I can't win at all. I'm just fucking trash. Maybe I'm worse than trash. Maybe I'm recycling because I get thrown away over and over again. I don't know. Whenever I do the teams you guys pick. And again, it's not your guys' fault. You guys are generally picking good teams. So I'm not going to take it away, but I feel like I should so I can actually hit my goal here. I guess I shouldn't care about my stats anymore because my stats are in a dumpster bin now. I need 63 wins to get back the ratio I had before I started switching teams. I'm at 36. So I need 26 wins straight to get back that ratio. While in the upper echelon of players. It's just so frustrating. But every time I switch teams, here's what happens. I play as the Chargers, I might have a close winner or a close loss here or there. But for the most part, I can compete, and for the most part, I can make people quit. But when I switch to a different team, I get slaughtered. And what happens after I get slaughtered is it kills a piece of me, a little piece of my confidence, my ego, whatever it is, something that was keeping me winning. And then after that, I just can't win. I just can't win after a bad loss, which happens every time I switch teams. And I hate to, like, quit early on a night, on a stream, on a bunch of potential wins because I get slaughtered in one game. That's what I should do. If I want to keep my ratio, I absolutely need to quit Madden entirely the moment I have one bad loss. But I just don't. I just don't do it, so... Jesus Christ. This guy I've lost to twice in a row now. How do I get the same guy twice in a row? There's 100,000 people playing. 100,000. And I got him twice in a row. This man plays 13 games a fucking day. I play an average of 6 because that's all I can fit into a stream. Alright, I looked and it 100% was him twice, yeah. Losses the Colts, losses the Niners. Man, 3 losses in a row yesterday. One of the Bills. God, the Bills just... They're such a tough team to beat. I don't know. It's irritating as fuck. So anyway. I don't think they're... I've seen you do your happy dance there, Michael, on TikTok and whatnot. After you got super mad. I can't do that. I wish, brother. But, there's no way. When I'm this mad, which you guys will only see if I'm playing competitive games, which I don't do a lot of. In most games, I won't get this mad. Siege, I won't get this mad. Apex, maybe. But Madden is the absolute GOAT. The greatest of all time at pissing me off. No game does it like Madden. And every year I'm like, it's not going to get me this year. I just lie to myself every year on that one. So anyway, it was a fun night early on. It was a fun night early on for the first 2 hours when we were up 4-1. So ended 4-3, just barely positive. Only even got that many games in because 4 people quit in a row when I was living the high life there. And yeah, so anyway, it is a long weekend we got coming up here. We have a holiday on Monday. So I'll probably not be on until Monday. Being a holiday, it's always a little iffy, but I'll probably be on. But I'm just going to float it out there that it's iffy. So yeah, let's go over the question, some shout outs, and turn this thing off. I'm sick of streaming for tonight. Better than me, bro, I would die and burn. The thing is, I'm obviously not bad at this game. I'm in the top tiers, but when I do have a bad game, knowing I'm not bad at the game, and it just doesn't go my way over and over and over and over. No receivers over. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I'm just fucking up. You get it. It gets really under my skin really fast, like no other. So the question of the night: what is the name of the most recent supercontinent? So there has been 4 supercontinents through all of known Earth history. Columbia, Rodinia, Panodia maybe, and Pangea. Pangea, of course, being the most popular or most well known. Which one was the most recent, actually? Okay, I'm going to show results so nobody can change their answer. 100% of people voted for 1. So we'll go over that shortly. What the hell am I meant to do on a Tuesday then? I'll probably be on. Holidays are a little iffy, but I should be on. So William Dodge, thank you for the like and share. William Harris, thank you for the like. Jessica Hatter, thank you for the like. Levon, thank you for the like. Kayla, thank you for the like. Tyler Pandow, thank you for the like and chatting along with us for a little bit there. Sam, thank you for the like. And they must have not popped up because you did it so fast. So Michael Payne, thank you for the like, and No Pain No Game, thank you for the like. Let's see how it adds up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, shit. And then I must have got another like out there somewhere. So whoever else liked, thank you very much. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Michael Payne and William Harris, for chatting with us the whole time. William made it nearly to the end. I mean, his last chat came in, 15 minutes ago? 14 minutes ago? So he almost made it to the end despite trying to go to sleep an hour ago. So kudos to William, considering it's about 3 in the morning his time. So thank you to everyone who chatted and hung out. So you're the only person to guess. You're not the only person to guess, but everyone guessed the same as you. No pain, bro. I know, I was counting no pain. I started off 1, 2, and then I started counting the rest. So it, obviously, you and No Pain got those likes off pretty early. But check out No Pain No Game. He's over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. He's posting, I see, on Instagram and TikTok as well. He's a young, small, aspiring streamer like me. Needs some support. Let's help that guy get up to level up. If you're watching now or afterwards, check out No Pain No Game EX on one of those, and let's give him some follows. It's an easy thing to do. Go there, you click one button, and you make somebody's day. So if you're watching this, live or not live, just go do it. Just go do it. You don't know how much of an impact it has on someone's life when you just go click that button. It takes you 30 seconds. 30 seconds, you are here anyway because you clearly have some kind of an interest. Just go do it. 90% of people will never click a button for who knows what reason. You're consuming this kind of content all the time anyway. You like it. It's not going to change whether you click it or not, what you get fed or anything. Just do it. Just do it. It's so easy. And the impact you make, even though it doesn't feel like much of an impact to you in that moment, is huge. So be a good person. So let's go back to the question. What is the name of the most recent supercontinents, of the 4 supercontinents that we know of throughout all of Earth's 4.5 billion years of history are called Columbia, Rodinia, Pannonia, or Pangaea. And the most recent one, of course, it's the only one anyone knows, Pangaea. So Pangaea was once all the continents combined, I believe, at least we believe, and it all split up because if you look at how the continents are, you can kind of see how they fit together, and we know that there's tectonic plates that move the continents. Sorry, Twitch. I think people know. I don't think you can live stream on Twitter, but my apologies. Sorry it wasn't 100% perfect shout out, Michael. I'll do better next time. Look for No Pain No Game EX on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Sorry, I had to give you a little shit there. I did make the mistake, as I've been making all night in the last hour here. Classic. Barely even drink any wine, so it's surprising I can make any mistakes at all. The Eagles game got into my head. That's 100% what happened. So anyway, that's the answer. Congratulations to everyone who guessed Pangaea, which is everyone. Anyone who had the balls to take a guess at it. Considering there's probably 50 people in here, we average 50 a night, which is astounding to me. That the number's so low, considering there's 500-600 people watching Madden at any given time here on Facebook. Don't know how we don't gather any of those views but we don't. You know, really upsetting and disheartening to see that, but especially yesterday. Yesterday we had like 6 viewers the whole day, on and off, 5 to 6 constantly. Must have been the same people coming in and out because there was less views yesterday when I had the most people watching throughout the whole stream than there was Monday and Tuesday where it felt like nobody was watching. I don't get it. Super disheartening. So if you're one of the many people that watch this afterwards, because usually I do get about double that watch it later, you know, interact in some way. Let me know that you watched. Just say something. Say hi in the chat. I'll see it. I get a notification. I respond to people that chat even after the stream's over. So just do it. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll be back on probably Monday next. As this is a holiday weekend, but Tuesday could be a possibility. I'll let everyone know Monday if it doesn't happen. So until then, everyone have a great weekend. If you have a holiday, if you don't, have a great weekend regardless. Appreciate you guys. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much, Ram Fam, for everything you guys do. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good night and stay fresh, cheese bags. Thank you for the like, whoever it was that just came in. I'm going to guess Susan. I don't know. Susan. Thank you for the like. Good night, everyone.